Alright, so Akame got killed. Everyone's pretty much talking about the series and they're saying it's really good and all. So like, I checked out the episodes and I'm really enjoying the series as well. And yeah, this is gonna be my review for episodes 1 and 2. And I haven't really read the manga. I don't really know what's going on and all. I do plan on reading the manga though because I want to know what's going on. And yeah, so far the anime is really good though. Like, the anime, like in episodes 1 and 2, like the series really reminds me of Attack on Titan and One Piece. Attack on Titan because like in the first episode, like I think when Leon was showing the main character like the walls of like the palace and all, like the palace really reminded me of Attack on Titan, like the walls that are like surrounded for like the people to live in and all. And yeah, and it also really reminds me of One Piece because in here, like when they mentioned about the big palace, yeah, and how there's like injustice and inequality and people are treated really mean and badly there and all, that really reminded me of One Piece because that reminded me of like the celestial dragons slash the world nobles, like how they as well, in terms of people, they like enslave people, they don't treat them properly, you know. And yeah, so episode 1, I was watching the episode and all, and it started off as like a happy-go beginning and all, just like camping mood and all. The guy was really happy, Tatsumi, I think, forgot his name. And yeah, so he starts off as a really happy-go boy, whatever. But then after, like, when we reached the part where like he was about to kill the girl, like when we found out that the girl was in charge of murdering his 2 friends, and he murdered Sayo just because she murdered Sayo just because her hair was so black and smooth. I was just like, someone killed this bitch already. Like I was shocked. I was like, oh my god, that's really unexpected. I didn't expect that at all. I was like, oh my god, like a little girl like that, like shit, that's really like, ugh. Yeah, anyways, and also the second episode, like when they were saying about when Leon, I think, was saying to Tatsumi about how there's like the revolutionary army and how they fight for justice and all with the night raid, that also, like, that really reminds me of One Piece, because in One Piece there's also a revolutionary army. There's Dragon, and he fights for like the justice of the world and all, and like, you know, just to like get peace and equality, freedom and all that. And yeah, so it's kind of like similar to Akame got killed, like the Revolutionary Army, and then the Night Raid are the ones who basically like do all the murders and assassinations that the Revolutionary Army need. And so then Tatsumi ends up joining the Night Raid and all. And that the boss of the Night Raid really reminds me of Integra from Hellsing, because Integra is also the boss of Hellsing, and she's the one that tells Alucard and the rest like what to do and all, what missions to carry out. The boss kind of does the same thing for the Night Raid. So yeah, it really reminded me of Hellsing, that part. And one thing for sure is that after watching episode 2, I definitely ship Akame x Tatsumi. I shipped that couple. In the beginning, Akame was all like mean to Tatsumi and all, and yeah, I was just like, oh my gosh, you're so mean. But then after, you know, he survived the mission and all, and I love the way he just, without hesitation, just in episode 1, he killed the little girl after he found out the truth, and episode 2, he killed the that bad guy, I forgot his name. He just like sliced the guy without like even any hesitation, and I really appreciate that fact about him, because it shows that like he's basically growing as a main character, and he's not what he started off from the beginning. Okay, yeah, he has a bit of humor in him and all, and sometimes he's just like, oh, I don't like the character, I don't want to be with her and all, but like he's not completely like unaware of what's going on in his surroundings. Like, he knows that there are people that are unjust and they do unfair things, that he wants to basically fight for his village, and he wants to save his village, and he wants peace and equality among everyone. And so that's one trait that's definitely dominant in him. So yeah, that's something I really appreciate about him, I like about him. And yeah, yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I don't really have much to say. And yeah, I'm really loving this series so far. It's very interesting, it's action-packed, it's full of blood and gore.